can't see. It's only something I can't see. And baby,
this might be a really weird position. So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back for another video. So today guys, I'm going to be doing a sort of like little like New Year's get ready with me to basically do nothing. Like I'm literally just sat in the house, I've got some Prosecco, that's pretty much all we can do. I'm going to try and get some Instagram pictures again, like I said last time when I was doing my other video. So it's sort of going to be like a get ready with me, but I wish I was going out to something, but I am not, and I feel like every single person's in the same position. So I'm just going to sit and drink Prosecco, get some Instagram pictures, eat, and that's pretty much my New Year's plans. But I just thought it'd be nice just to chat to you guys, do my makeup, and yeah, just have like a little catch up, a little reflection, and just sort of like talk about my goals for next year as well. So I've got some of your questions that I'm going to answer. Where's my phone? God, sorry, I'm really disorganised. And yeah, I'm basically going to sit and chill, go and grab your Prosecco because it is New Year's Eve, even though it does not feel like New Year's Eve, but we're just gonna have a good time and enjoy it. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I've not really organised this very well. I'm in a bit of a rush because I need to try and get this picture taken and posted before 6, and I think it's like quite late now. So, and also I'm filming in natural daylight, so I don't want the daylight to go because that'll be a disaster. So right, let's get started. I'm just gonna start doing a little bit of my makeup before I just like stress myself out. I'm going to be using this primer because guys, this is literally my favourite thing in the world. Also did my nails with the Chanel nail varnish. Can you guys see? I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm obsessed with it. I feel like I'm literally so bad at doing my nails, but it makes my nails look really good. Like, love it. So yeah, I'm going to be using the YSL primer. So I'm really hyper. I don't really know why I'm so hyper, but yeah, actually I need a mirror. God, I'm really like disorganised for this video. This was sort of like a last minute plan, so please excuse the disorganised state of me. Literally the tiniest little bit of this. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys back in a second when I've started my makeup, because at the moment I'm feeling very stressed out. Guys, can you see how nice that's gone on my skin? I don't know how well you guys can see. My skin's quite good at the moment. It went through a stage of being really bad. Like this year it was actually probably the worst it's ever been at one point, but we're getting there. I don't know what I've really been doing differently. I've just been actually putting less product on my face and it seems to be working. Right, yeah, let me just get the first question because yeah, I think I screenshotted them. Yes, I've got some of your questions. What one should we start with? Reflection questions, probably. What is the highlight of your 2020? So I feel like 2020 has been pretty shit. Well, first, I do say that. So I was adding some stuff to my story today. Oh, that's not the lid for that. I was adding some stuff to my story and I was just thinking, like, actually, like, I've complained about how shit of a year it has been, and it has been shit, but in so many ways it's taught me so much as well. So I am sort of grateful for 2020. I feel like if it hadn't have happened the way that it did, I would not be in the position that I'm in now, sort of thing. So yeah, so there were actually quite a few highlights, to be honest, and I was going through my memories today. I'm gonna put some of this on before my foundation. So yeah, 2020 highlight I think would probably have to be Swanage. I think that literally was like my, like, looking back, one of my happiest times, just because it was like, I feel like everyone was saying this, in the summer it felt like you had your freedom back because we've been in lockdown for so long, and then it was like, oh my god, everything's pretty much, like, compared to now, it was lifted a lot more than it is now, and it just was such an amazing feeling to be like back out in the world type thing. I don't know. And then obviously at that point we were unsure whether our Swanage holiday was going to go ahead, but we were so lucky that it did go ahead, and honestly that was probably my favourite memory, because like normally I always go on holiday like to Swanage every single year, but it's like my sort of like second holiday because I would have been abroad first. Yeah, so I feel like I just appreciated the fact that I could just get away from the house like so much more than I would do normally. I just had like the best time ever. Like obviously I have got quite a lot of like friends that are in Swanage. We just stayed up, like we just went out to the bar that was open. It's normally like the shit bar, but like we just made it fun. Like we just went like jumping off the boat. I'll insert some like videos on the screen of just like memories and stuff, but we were literally jumping off. Danny's got a boat that he owns there. We were like riding it, like, what was it, no, sailing it to like Old Harry's Rock, which is like quite far out in the sea, and just like jumping off the boat and just listening to music and just like living our best life. And I just loved that. Like we were always in the pub, like we were drinking, like most nights we would meet up at the pub, and it was just like simple things like that, like literally just made my summer. And yeah, I was super grateful for it. Also really liked picnics, like in lockdown, not lockdown, like after lockdown, when you could like meet up with someone outside. Me and Danny went for quite a lot of picnics, and it just like gave me such a love for like just being in the outdoors and like just like having a picnic and just, I don't know, like things that I would never normally do, it made me do because of 2020, if you guys know what I mean. So yeah, I think that probably was my favourite memory. Swanage, and then just spending time outdoors and just appreciating things. Like I think when we came out of lockdown, it felt like we were doing everything for like the first time again. Like I felt like I was going out on my first ever night out, and I was going for my first like shopping trip, like because we hadn't done it for so long. It just felt like a novelty almost. So I think it just made every single thing feel a lot more fun and just made me like live in the moment a lot more, which is definitely what I did in Swanage. So yeah, and also got very drunk in Swanage. But so then Rakesh has also asked what my favourite memory with him this year has been. I think it would be like reliving our like 2017 garden summer nights. Like we had so many just like summer nights where Rakesh came around mine and we just had like a fire, had loads of drink, and we hadn't actually done that since we were like 17, like before we could actually go out to clubs, because normally like we just say, oh, we'll just go to the club, like we don't really need to go. It might always be pre-drinks and it would always be like rushed, but it was just so nice just to like sit and chat, and we just stayed up till so late and just like enjoyed, like I said, like enjoyed the outdoors and enjoyed like just being in the garden, like having a nice fire. Like that was just such a novelty, and just like having him back from Plymouth as well was just a highlight, because Rakesh goes to uni in Plymouth, which is obviously really far away. I live in just outside of London, and like I could barely ever see, like he lives like 5 hours away, so if he would have stayed there I probably would have seen him like once this year, like if that, probably for my birthday in January, and that would have been it. So I'm just in a way thankful for Corona that it made him like able to come back home. I've put that on really badly, haven't I? Yeah, just the fact that he was home, I mean, was a blessing enough. And then just the fact that we could like relive some of our 2017 summers, like our just being outside, getting drunk, having bonfires, going shopping trips, going to Westfield. Like I loved all of it, and I'm just grateful that in a way Corona happened so that it could bring Rakesh home, because like I said, if he hadn't have come home I wouldn't have done any of those things. So I guess it was good for one thing, bringing my best friend back. So I'll just put my bake on. Right, let me see what the next question is. I think I answered both of those quite well. What was your proudest moment of 2020? I feel like there's quite a I feel like just the fact that I made it through 2020 without having a nervous breakdown was, actually I had a few of them, but that is like an achievement enough. I feel like maybe my proudest moment was probably, I don't know, maybe like hitting 10k. That was like a really like positive moment for me. Like I just couldn't believe that something that I'd wanted to do for so long. So I was saying today actually, I found a little bucket list of something that I made when I was like 14, and it was like be an Instagram like blogger or YouTuber. And I think the fact that I really had time this year to like focus on those platforms was just like a massive highlight. And then obviously seeing the hard work pay off when I finally got my 10k was just amazing. So ooh, I just spent that. Yeah, it was just amazing. So yeah, probably like hitting 10k was a real highlight. But then also I feel like just having like the confidence and just like inspiration to actually start my YouTube as well. Like YouTube is something I've wanted to do my whole entire life. Like I used to vlog when I was like 10. I had an iPod Nano. You know those little iPods, like the little multicoloured ones? I had an iPod and I literally used to make videos on that when I was like, and I had like a camcorder thing. I used to make videos with my friends on that when I was like 10. And I did have a YouTube channel. I had like 4 subscribers. But that, like, ever since then, I have absolutely adored YouTube. Like, I always watch it. And it's just always been something that I've wanted to do. but then always complain that I never had the time, or I just wouldn't be able to be consistent at it, and you make up all these excuses. And I just think 2020 just made me realise like it's pretty much like it's now or never. So if I'm going to do it, like I have all the time in the world, like if I'm going to do it I need to do it now. And I started it actually before lockdown. I started it like literally as we were going into lockdown, like February, March. Actually, I don't think I did a few videos then, but I don't think I properly started it until like April. But obviously it was just like at a bit of a weird time in the world. But I just remember thinking like this is the year I'm going to do it. And then I literally used to film with like my old camera, my really old, like, actually it's not that old, but it's just not like it's not a vlogging camera. Like I literally went around vlogging on this like massive DSLR camera, like this Canon one. If you watch my first video you'll be able to see it. But I just think I'm so proud of how far I've come with it, like all the collabs that I've got, the confidence that I've gained, like in my real life as well. I think YouTube's made me more confident sort of in my personal life, and just everything really to do with like social media I'm really proud of. And just like to see I'm proud of myself for starting it anyway, and then to obviously see the rewards from it is a whole other story. So yeah, that would definitely be one of my proudest moments. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, probably like handing in my second year project, which was like my last second year project for uni. That was probably one of my main highlights, because I'd literally had to learn to basically teach myself in the middle of a pandemic, like the last like part of second year of uni basically, and I got an A+ in that project, which was like my highest ever mark. I think I'd got all A's up until that point, and then to get an A+ in a project that I was trying to do in the middle of a global pandemic in a lockdown was just a really proud moment for me, I think. And just the fact that I could even gain inspiration and creativity and everything from going through all of that, I think was something that I really rewarded myself for. So yeah, probably hitting 10k, starting my YouTube, and finishing my second year with, I got a first in my second year, so finishing my second year with a first while being in a global pandemic and a national lockdown. So it just made me realise like I can juggle things, and if I really put my mind to it I can pretty much do whatever I want. So yeah, thank you 2020 for showing me that I can multitask. Just wanted to show you guys my eyelashes from using that YSL like eyelash primer thing. I don't know if you guys can see, but like that's like one layer of mascara. Like I'm also going to put false lashes on because I'm going to take some pictures, but it just transformed my eyelashes. Like I just can't believe it, like they look so long for me. So that's actually like one coat on where I like literally like layer on my mascara, so that is really good. What other questions? What do you think made your IG explode in 2020? I feel like this is a really hard question to answer. I think it's really cliche to say, but I always say this, and consistency is key. Like until I wasn't really, like I was getting somewhere with Instagram when I was not being as consistent, but I really started to notice my growth when I was posting every single day, when I was engaging on stories every single day. Like you really need to be on there, like actively on there a lot. So yeah, I would definitely say since I was like being consistent on there was really like when my account just started to like take off. Like obviously your followers know what to expect, they're sort of like checking in on you daily, and I just think it builds up a really nice I'm sorry guys, I keep blocking my face with this. It just like allows you to build up a nice relationship with your followers. And yeah, I think that was just the main thing. There was a few like videos and stuff on YouTube that got me some more, like when I started my YouTube that also helped my Instagram, because I guess people that would watch my videos would then go and follow me on Instagram. There was a few pictures that like took off like not like amazingly, but they did quite well, like reels that did quite well. My first reel did quite well, that got me quite a lot of followers. When I posted my like sort of like frolicking pictures from the summer, like the greenery pictures, I'll put those on the screen if you guys remember them, they got me quite a lot of followers. Like it just, I think you can tell like when you're being passionate about the content you're creating. And when I felt like I was creating my sort of like best content was when I got my most followers. So yeah, there's not really like any like oh my god like this is what made me like explode type thing, but there was a few like pictures and stuff, but mainly it's literally just being consistent and just being passionate about it as well. Like it could really show like when I take pictures and I'm not in the mood to do it, because like a job, you're not always in the mood to do your job. Like sometimes I'm not always in the mood to take pictures, and you can really tell, like on my face it looks really miserable. So I think, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. When I was making content that I knew that was going to be good and that I was in the mood to create, was also like, you could tell, and that's normally my pictures that did the best. So if you're passionate about it and if you're consistent with it, and if it's something that you love to do, then you will go places with it. Like you just have to. And also, like, obviously I manifested quite a lot, and every single goal that I did manifest like came true as well. So it's all just a bit crazy. Like I'm just very, very lucky, and just I think a lot of people just think you sort of like to take a picture and like, oh, you're like massive overnight, and that's definitely not the case. Like it's so much hard work. Like it's so much hard work, and I don't think people realise how much hard work goes into it. So I'm trying to find my eyeliner. And I don't think I personally realised how much work went into it until I was doing it pretty much for like, I'm doing it full time, but it's not like my full-time job, but I'm creating content full-time, and it is a lot because you're constantly like, you're the creator of your content, so you're like thinking about location, the outfits, the hair, the makeup. Like you're the makeup artist, you're the styler, you're location scout, you're the editor, you're the feed planner. Like you're just every single like creative part of what would normally go into a photo shoot. Plus you negotiate with brands, you get brand deals. Like I just don't think people realise like how much effort goes into it, and that really does get on my nerves as well. And people just say, oh, you're an influencer and you don't have like you've got a really easy job, because I don't think people realise how hard it is. And also you can't switch off from it. Like it's not like a regular 9-to-5 job where you can just sort of go home and then you're back in at 9 the next day and you can just relax, because you're constantly having to engage. You're always having to sort of like just talk to people on there, reply to comments, which I love doing, but I mean it is hard to switch off because it's the same as just sort of being on your phone. And it's like, oh, I'll just sit on my phone, and then you'll end up just replying to comments or replying to emails, and then it's just like a never ending cycle and you just don't really get a rest. So sorry, that wasn't really answering the question, but yeah, I just guess, what was the question again? I forgot. I'm literally losing the plot. I've lost the plot. So yeah, I don't know what made it, and I wouldn't even say it's like, I mean I'm doing well, but I don't know if it's like exploded. I mean I'm doing well for me, but obviously I don't know, I guess like literally just consistency, posting frequently, engaging frequently, creating content you love. And yeah, I'm just gonna go off quickly because I need to do my winged eyeliner, and I find it really daunting to do it on here, so I'm going to do that on my eyelashes maybe, and then I'll come back to you guys. God only knows if they're on alright. I literally have no clue. I think they're a bit wonky, but we're just going to have to go with it. I think that one's stuck in more. I don't know, maybe they're alright. They'll just have to do. So next question. What's the biggest lesson you've learnt in 2020? I feel like I've learnt a lot in 2020. I feel like it has been the year that has really opened my eyes, and I have probably learnt the most out of everything like in my whole life. I probably would say that it's made me like not plan my life and not stress about my life so much. Like who would have known like in 2019 that we would have said, like you would have thought we were joking if we said we would be in a global pandemic in 2020. So I just think you never know what's around the corner. You just have to take things day by day, and it's been really eye-opening for me to sort of realise that. I used to be very sort of like a plan, like I would know what I'm doing next. I'd plan out my year, I'd know roughly what things would be, and it was almost getting a bit repetitive. So I'm almost glad that like 2020 has broken that cycle, and it's made me realise I need to live in the moment more. I need to not plan as much. You never know what's going to be around the corner. Like it's just crazy. So I guess not to plan and not to stress so much over my life, not to get anxiety over things, to chill the F out and just take each day as it comes, because like I said, no one knows what's going to be around the corner. So yeah, it's been a crazy year, but I feel like it's definitely been an eye-opening one. We're going to try and hurry up a bit because we're losing daylight. Sorry guys, I just did a wee because I was really desperate for the toilet. What advice would you give yourself this time last year if you could? I guess I've sort of already answered that in the last question. One thing you wish you could change, and one thing you wish you could relive from 2020. I don't know. I'm not normally someone that has many regrets, so I don't even know if I have any regrets. I feel like I just did what felt right in the moment, and if it felt right then I don't really have any regrets, Probably getting so drunk on my 20th birthday was a regret, but then I had literally like the best night ever, so I guess that was a semi-regret, but thing to relive. Sorry, I'm trying to find my highlights. Everything's just a mess. What would I want to relive? I think I'm gonna say Swanage again. Just like the summer, like I just honestly just had the best summer ever. Like I had the best, I would maybe even go as far to say it nearly top GCSE summer. And I don't know, like, and that's so bizarre because we were in like pretty much a lot. I feel like for the summer we weren't really in a lockdown though. Summer was like the time when things felt a lot more normal, but I guess just memories from the summer, like I just would love to just relive like those summer nights, just being like in the garden, like with the little fire and just having drinks with Rakesh and my cousin. Like just sitting in the park, like just getting drunk till really late at night, it being like really hot outside, going to Swanage, like I said, like just being in the bars and like the pubs. Like I think just all of that stuff was just, it just really made my year. I don't really know what else I want to relive. Regrets, I don't know, I just don't really have any regrets. Like looking back on my whole life, I just don't really, I don't like regrets because I feel like at the time that you were doing what you wanted to do, so why would you regret it? And like I said, I just needed to be more spontaneous this year anyway and just live life in the moment, which I did. So yeah, I guess I don't really have many regrets other than things I were out of my hands. Like obviously I regret not going out more like before lockdown, but obviously I didn't know lockdown was even going to happen, so it's just things like that. But you know, it is what it is, and it has definitely shaped me for who I am today. We're going on to sort of like 2021 questions, and I'm just doing my highlighter. This is the one that Georgia got me. Absolutely love this Stiller highlighter, absolutely love it, it's so gorgeous. I think it's actually an eyeshadow, but I use it as a highlighter. What was the question? I just had it and now I've lost it. What will be the first thing that you do / buy / want if life ever goes back to normal in 2021? I think I'm manifesting that life will go somewhat back to normal at some point in 2021, because if it doesn't, then literally what the hell. But I just think a night out, like I just want to be drunk in a club. I want to go for a night out and I want to get absolutely smashed. I want to just go to like my local club, just have like tequila shots, Jaeger bombs. I literally just want to have like a nice, like, I just want to have that feeling of like choosing your outfit and going out on a night out knowing you're going to come home at 3 o'clock in the morning like drunk AF. Like I miss like pre-drinking. Before like lockdown, I literally thought I was like over clubbing. Like I thought, oh, I never really want to go clubbing again. I'm much more of like a bar girl, like just restaurants and chill drinks. But this has just made me realise like I'm just craving a night out. Like I want to put like loads of fake tan on. I want to just go and like do all my hair and makeup and actually have a purpose for doing it and actually like show it off somewhere. Wear a really nice dress, like just get really drunk, do shots, like just be with my like friends out, like just listen to music, dance, like just all of those things. Like that is probably the main thing that I'm missing so much and that I haven't actually done for such a long time, because obviously the clubs never reopened in the summer. So I would probably say clubbing. It's probably my main thing. As soon as things go back to normal, I really want to go on holiday. So that is like another one of the questions was like, what's your 2021 goals? I'm not going to set myself too many sort of like goals that in terms of sort of like traveling and doing like loads and loads of great things, because I honestly don't know what the situation's going to be like, and I don't think anyone knows what the situation's going to be like. So sorry. So I'm trying to set myself just sort of like smaller goals that I know that will be achievable, and obviously I've got aspirations and I'm manifesting bigger things, but then if they don't happen, then I know that it's not my, like it's out of my control. So I would probably say like my main like goal that I want to, like my main thing I would do as soon as things are back to normal would be to go on holiday. So like me and Rakesh have wanted to go to Milan for nearly like 3 years now. Like that is our dream. Like for our 17th birthday we wanted to go, then 18th birthday we wanted to go, and we just never really got round to it. Then this year we're like, yes, for our 21st, like things will be back to normal. Like my 21st is literally next month, like end of January, which is not going to be, it's not going to be normal, probably going to be in a lockdown, but hopefully by the time it's his birthday, end of June, things, fingers crossed, might be back, semi back to normal, or we might be able to travel more. I literally just don't know like what the situation is going to be, but to go to Milan with Rakesh and buy our Versace dressing gowns, that is what I'm manifesting. Like for our 21st, like that is just all that I want. Obviously me and Georgia want to travel. We want to go to Paris, like praying like by the summer or like next Christmas, like hopefully. It's just so hard, isn't it? So like my more goals, just sort of like I know that are more achievable, is I do want to do more self-care, like practice more self-care. I do like makeup and stuff like that type of self-care, but I don't give myself a lot of relaxing and like downtime. So like last night I had a bath for like the first time in ages, and like just did a face mask and moisturised and just simple things like that. Like I am so lazy, I just don't moisturise my skin, and I'm just like, I always got dry skin, my fake tan's always like peeling off, and I'm just like, actually if I just took 10 minutes to myself to put moisturiser on, like it just sounds so silly, but like it's just something I don't factor into my day, and it does make a lot of difference in the end. Like just to sit and just do a face mask and don't say, oh I don't have time, I'm doing this work, I'm doing this, like just to sit and just to like have a face mask, have a bath, just chill, just that type of thing. Like I literally have had that eyebrow kit in the drawer for ages, like the one that I showed you guys, and I still haven't done it, and it's just like, why have I not done it? I've had all the time in the world. So I think that's like something I would really want to change, is like putting myself first and doing self-care. That's probably like my main goal. Also just to like carry on eating healthy. Obviously over Christmas I've not eaten healthy at all, but starting from tomorrow I'm going to try and eat really healthily. I'm going to try and start doing my workouts again. I really want to get back into yoga, because I did do that in the last lockdown. I really like that. So I really want to get back into that. I really want to get back into walking, just like doing all the things that I did in the first lockdown that I just appreciated so much, and that I have kind of lost my way a bit with the second sort of like lockdown tier 4. So that will be hopefully back tomorrow. I'm going to be back on track, starting a new chapter. Also just like planning better. I don't plan my time very well, and time just does get away with me, and I just need like to sit with my journal and manifest and just take time for myself. So that's like my main goals. I'm not going to start trying to say like, oh I'm going to set up a business, I'm going to fly around the world, I'm going to travel around the world, because I honestly don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like, but we'll see what the future holds. Honestly, like who would have said that we would be in a global pandemic in 2020? So I guess anything is possible, and I'm excited to see what the year holds, and I'm just trying to be optimistic and positive, and I'm just wishing good things for everyone and good things for myself. I actually need to stop rambling now. I actually need to do my lipstick and hurry the fuck up. So the final question I'm going to answer is, what are your plans and aspirations for 2021? And also the sort of link to that is goals for after graduation. So obviously, actually, yeah, that's one of my other things I want to do this year. Graduate. I just keep forgetting I'm actually at uni. Like it's just because I've been doing it from home, it just doesn't feel like, it feels like such a non-thing. Like it's crazy. But obviously graduate. I want to graduate UAL with a first. That is my main goal this year. Whether it's virtually, whether it's in person, I'm going to manifest that I'm going to actually have a graduation and I can actually get dressed up for a graduation, because that would be amazing. But yeah, to graduate with a first from UAL is my main goal. Like that's my end goal for this year. In terms of after graduation, I guess it would be to carry on with what I'm doing. Like I think for next year, I don't think I will personally try and like look for like a full-time job. I'm going to just carry on with doing my blogging, doing my YouTube, doing what I love, doing some commissions along the side, maybe for like sort of like my art and stuff. And sorry guys, I need to see my lipstick. And just like, yeah, just carry on what I'm doing, but like put even more time and effort into it. Obviously if I'm not trying to juggle third year of uni on top of doing art, on top of doing YouTube and Instagram, then I feel like I could probably get even further with it. Like how far I've come is already like absolutely insane, but obviously the end goal is to make this a career. So if I can get there, then that is like what I would love. But yeah, probably just to carry on with this, to travel some more, just like live my life, save some money, yeah, maybe start my own business as well. That's something I've always, I mean, I guess I have started my own business essentially by starting my YouTube and starting my Instagram, but I mean the end goal. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like my goal at the moment is to, so this is really funny, my goal at the moment is to just carry on with what I'm doing, just put even more time and effort into it, and just see where it takes me, because it's already taken me so far when I'm still trying to juggle it with everything else. So yeah, goal for graduation is just to carry on what I'm doing, but on an even bigger scale basically. I've done my lip line now, I'm just going to do my lipstick and then we're done. So yeah, I guess just all the other questions are quite similar, so I guess I'll just like sort of round it off there. also I guess just to travel, like I really want to travel some more. I feel like I've done quite a lot of travelling in my life because my dad used to work for British Airways. I feel like I am so fortunate enough that I did get to do quite a lot of travelling. Where's my lipstick? But I feel like recently I haven't done, like the last holiday obviously I went on was Swanage, which was in the UK. But like I just want to travel more. Like I absolutely thrive off travelling. Like I absolutely love it. It's my favourite thing in the world, and to not have done it for so long is just crazy. Obviously I'm really lucky, like I said, because my dad used to work for British Airways. I did travel quite a lot when I was younger, so I have seen quite a lot of the world. But I guess it's not the same when you see it with your dad or your mum than it is when you actually go like with friends or with your boyfriend. So I think to go back to some places that I've been to with Danny and my friends would be a goal. I would love to go to Bali, like always love to go to Bali. I would love to go back to America. I'd love to go to Mexico, to like Tulum. I would love to go, where else would I love to go? Japan. I really want to go to Japan so badly. I really want to go to Japan. And yeah, like even just like back to Spain, like just anywhere. I'll take anywhere at this point, but like that's just my main goals. But like I said, that's just sort of like for pre-graduation 2021/2022. So yeah, we'll see how things go. But it would be interesting to like look back on this video and see like what I do get to do and like what type of a year 2021 is going to be, because I've got no clue. I feel like everyone has no clue, and yeah, the world's just a bit of a weird place at the moment, but I'm just trying to stay positive. And I just think New Year will be a really nice fresh start, because honestly 2020 has been a bit of a shit show, but what can you do? What can you do? So yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. I might just add some glitter gloss. This is the one that George got me as well, the Stiller one. Really hungry as well actually. So guys, I think that is my makeup all done. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get some Instagram pictures, just touch up my hair. That is the plan for tonight. Like that is literally all I'm doing. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been a little bit of a long rambly, just like chatty one, but I do like to do these once in a while because I just feel like I get to just talk to you, because you guys are literally like my best friends, and it was just nice to like reflect on the year, catch up, and then also just plan some and manifest some things for next year as well, like whatever we may be able to do. So however you're spending your new year, then I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Obviously it's not the new year that we hoped for, but we're just gonna make the most of it, and hopefully 2022 new year is going to be a lot more, what's the word, lively, yeah, but we'll still have fun. And hopefully 2021 is going to bring us a lot of good fortune and a lot of positives and good health, good happiness, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely evening whatever you're doing, and happy new year, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.